guys, it's Romana. Welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be attempting to do the Foxy eye makeup trend that's going around. It's going to be very sculpted and sultry. It's going to be giving you that eye lift without the surgery. So if that interests you, please keep on watching. So I'm first filling in my eyebrows as per usual. I'm using ABH's Dipbrow Pomade in medium brown, and I'm using brush number 12. All the products that I'm going to be mentioning will be in the description box below, so be sure to check that out. Guys, I have not found a single place that can do my stubborn ass eyebrows, but one thing that I really got out of this quarantine is that I taught myself how to thread my own brows. Anyways, I'm carving out my brows with some foundation, and I'm using a flat brush. Then I'm going to be blending it outwards. Today I'm going to be using Estée Lauder's Double Wear Foundation in the shade Tawny. This foundation has been a holy grail for me for several years now. I repurchased this so many times. It's amazing. So I'm going to be dotting the same foundation all over my face, and then I'm going to be blending it out with my beauty blender. I don't like applying primer on my face. One of my 2020 resolutions was to really take care of my skin, and I don't like the idea of applying a product whose sole purpose is to simply fill in the pores. I don't know. I don't really like the idea of that. Anyways, I'm carving out the bottom portion of my brows, and I'm using Too Faced Born This Way concealer in Almond, and I'm using a flat brush. Adding some more of that concealer on my lids, and it's going to be acting as my eye primer. Applying it under my eyes, slightly bringing it outwards towards my nose to kind of help it contour the area. Since this concealer is fast drying, I'm going to be blending it out with the beauty blender before moving on. Applying it on the tip and bridge of my nose and my cupid's bow. Applying it on the forehead, chin, and around my mouth. I usually don't do this, but since this is supposed to be a very sculpted look, why not? Just felt right. Just going over all those areas again to make sure there's no creasing before I set it. Applying Mercier's translucent powder onto my T-zone and my eye area. I'm using Real Techniques setting brush for this. And for the rest of my face, I'm using Fenty Beauty's Pro Filt'r setting powder in Honey. And I'm using Morphe's E3 brush. I don't know why, but this shade always looks darker on camera for some reason, but it's the same shade as my skin tone. Now I'm going to be baking on the areas I applied the concealer to, and I'm using my damp beauty blender and Mercier's translucent powder. While that bakes, I'm going to start contouring. I'm using the shade Subconscious from Kat Von D Shade and Light palette, and I'm taking my Morphe's M523 brush for this. And I'm going to be contouring along an imaginary line connecting the top of my ear to my lips, and I'm going to be applying the contour slightly above that line, and I'm going to be buffing it out. Same for my temples. I'm going to be imagining that there's a line extending from my lower lids, and I'm going to be contouring along that line and then around my forehead. And this is really going to lift up your eyes. I do it all the time since my lids are slightly hooded and droopy. And now I'm just contouring along my jawline. Gonna take a break from contouring and brush away all that bake. And now I'm baking under my cheek contour to really clean it up. Okay, as much as I hate contouring my nose, I'm gonna do it anyways for you guys. I'm taking this flat angled brush and I'm gonna start making a line from my brow till I get towards the tip, and then I kind of mimic a button when I get to the tip of my nose. and then I drag it down the sides of my nose. And I just buff out those harsh lines with this mini angled buffing brush. Gonna be brushing away the rest of that bake. Gonna be contouring my lips and my cupid's bow with this mini flat brush. Applying that contour shade below my bottom lips, and then I buff it all away with that mini angled buffing brush. Bronzing my face with Wet n Wild bronzer in What Shady Beaches. Taking Morphe's E4 brush, and I'm just applying this everywhere that I contour to bring back some warmth into the face. Time for some highlight. I'm using Wet n Wild highlighter in the shade Hustler and Glow. Taking Morphe's M501 brush, and I'm applying it on my cheekbones, chin, and temples. Then I take Morphe's E36 brush and I apply it on the tip and bridge of my nose. Guys, this is the first time I'm trying this highlighter, and OMG, it's absolutely gorgeous. It applies just like butter. Quickly running the E4 brush around my forehead to really melt that highlighter in. Okay, time for the eyes. Using that same contour shade I used earlier and Morphe's E18 brush, applying that shade to my crease and extending it outwards. And I'm kind of creating a wing, and I'm really working this in so there aren't any harsh lines. Using Morphe's M433 brush with no additional product, I'm just blending it out some more. With that same brush, I'm using the shade Raw Sienna from ABH's Modern Renaissance palette, and I'm kind of applying it where you would normally put eyeliner on, really winging it out, starting outside and working my way in. And I'm trying not to apply it past the middle of my lids. Applying this olive shade from Morphe's 350 palette, and I'm taking Morphe's E22 brush. Pretty much applying it wherever I applied that previous shade. The contour on my eyes was looking a little harsh, so I'm just quickly going over it with the M433 brush with no additional product. Next, I'm taking this chocolatey shade from the 350 palette, using Morphe's M321 brush, applying it on the same areas as the previous shades, just trying not to extend it too outwards, and I'm focusing on the lids and really trying to stay close to the lash line. Taking the E22 brush and the olive shade again, sweeping it across my lids to really blur everything out, also elongating the cat eye effect. Taking that M441 brush, I'm just blending above my crease again with no additional product. Taking this black shade and a brow brush, I'm going to be creating a cat eye. Usually I make my liner more curvy and extend upwards, but for this look, I'm trying to make the slope of the liner less than usual, just straighter and more horizontal, if that makes sense. And again, I'm trying not to take the shade all the way to the inner corners. I'm stopping just after the midpoint of my lids. You guys are gonna be mad geniuses after this tutorial. And I'm taking this small, dense, fluffy brush to blur out that black liner with no product. Taking that same brush, I'm applying some of that olive shade again to really blur out and soften the liner some more. Cleaning off any fallout. Taking the shade Cypress Umber from ABH's Modern Renaissance palette and a brow brush. Gonna be creating that inner wing, and I'm following the natural shape of my inner eyes and just extending them further. I'm bringing that towards my lid to blend it with the rest of the shadows from earlier. That's it for the eyeshadows. I'm just gonna be curling my lashes and apply some mascara. And I'm really gonna focus on my outer lashes. Why'd you have to take me for granted? I never tightlining my upper waterline with a black liner, applying some falsies, and I'm trying out these new lashes today. They're from Kiss in Muse. Those dry, I'm going to be filling in my lips, and I'm using the NYX liner in Natural. And then I'm applying L'Oreal's Infallible Liquid Lipstick in the shade Nudist. Applying some more of that black shadow using the brow brush, and I'm using it to hide the lash band. And then I'm just going to be cleaning up the brush and going to be picking up some brown eyeshadow to darken and clean up my brows. Applying some more mascara to blend my natural lashes with the falsies. Spraying some MAC Fix Plus. And that completes today's look. Thank you so much for watching. If you're new to my channel, hey, what's up? My name is Romana. I'm a new YouTuber. I'll be posting a lot of makeup stuff, a lot of office looks, some gym and nutrition stuff. So if any of that interests you, please hit the subscribe button, turn your notifications bell on, and I'll see you next time.